Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and master an absolutely classic, super high-yield board exam topic for you future doctors out there, lymphogranuloma inguinale, or LGI. Whether you're grinding through your microblocks right now or prepping for clinical rotations, this is one of those subjects examiners literally love to test. We're going to break down some incredible clinical notes visually so you can lock these high-yield facts into your brain. Let's get right to it.
Here's a quick look at our clinical journey map today. We're hitting 1. The pathogen and transmission, 2. Classic clinical features, 3. Severe long-term complications, 4. Investigations and microscopy, and finally, number 5, the 14-day treatment protocol. All right, starting things off with section 1, the pathogen and transmission. So LGI is a sexually transmitted infection, and it's caused directly by the bacterial agent Calimata granulomatis. I know, it's a total mouthful, right? But you've got to memorize that agent name. Recognizing Calimata granulomatis is going to instantly point you toward LGI on a multiple choice question. Oh, and its mode of transmission? Strictly as an STI. Now, here is a massive, high-yield fact for your microbiology knowledge. We've actually got a biological paradox here. Technically, this bug is a subtype of Klebsiella, but, and this is a big but, it behaves entirely as an obligate intracellular organism. Klebsiella usually has its own typical behaviors, right? But this specific agent completely breaks the mold by forcing its way inside the host cells to survive and replicate. If you ever see a board question about an STI-causing Klebsiella subtype that acts like an obligate intracellular bug, boom, you immediately know we're dealing with LGI.
Moving right along to section 2, classic clinical features.
The progression of this disease follows a very classic sequence that you absolutely must recognize. It kicks off with a painless genital ulcer. Really note that word, painless. That is a huge clinical discriminator. From there, the infection escalates into painful inguinal lymphadenopathy, or swollen lymph nodes in the groin. Did you catch that switch? We go from a painless ulcer to painful nodes. Finally, it ends with bubo formation, which is essentially a nasty abscess developing right inside that lymph node. Painless ulcer, painful LAD, bubo. Commit that triad to memory. It's your clinical roadmap.
Next up, section 3, severe long-term complications.
This brings us to a frankly terrifying board exam discriminator. Ask yourself, which STI is heavily associated with malignancy? When you get this question, LG should literally be screaming at the forefront of your mind. It's not just some localized infection. The downstream potential is catastrophic. If ignored, the gruesome complications escalate incredibly fast. First, you might see the development of a fistula, an abnormal connection caused by tissue breakdown. Next up is severe fibrosis presenting as elephantiasis, causing this massive disfiguring tissue thickening. And that actually ties directly into the third complication, severe lymphedema in the legs, which happens because those inguinal lymph nodes are just totally destroyed. But the absolute most critical takeaway for your exams and future practice, those devastating malignant changes. Untreated LGI can directly lead to lymphoma.
Let's hit section 4, investigations and microscopy.
Time to put on your medical detective hat. Your primary investigation tool to sample those affected nodes is a fine needle aspiration, or FNA. Because we're dealing with a fluctuant bubo, an abscess right in the node, you need to aspirate it to secure a really pristine sample for the lab guys. Looking at some handwritten clinical notes for this case, the ultimate diagnostic key is waiting right under the microscope. This is the visual proof we need to totally confirm the diagnosis. You need to burn this microscopic description into your memory forever. You are looking for a, quote, safety pin-like inclusion located right in the cytoplasm of a macrophage. Remember a minute ago when we talked about it being an obligate intracellular organism? Well, here is your visual proof. The Calimata granulomatis gets inside the host's macrophage, and when you stain it, it looks exactly like a closed safety pin. Safety pin-like inclusion equals LGI every single time. And finally, section 5, the 14-day treatment protocol. The absolute go-to pharmaceutical weapon against Calimata granulomatis is the antibiotic doxycycline. It is a super reliable, highly effective choice to take down this intracellular invader. But the critical number you have to remember here is 14. Your patient requires a strict 14-day protocol to clear this infection. Compliance is absolutely key. You have to ensure complete eradication to prevent all those horrific long-term complications we just talked about.
14 straight days of doxycycline, no exceptions. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a pretty vital question to chew on. Knowing the direct link between this specific STI and cancer, how does mastering these rapid diagnosis steps actually make you an oncologist's first line of defense? It fundamentally changes how we view sexual health screening, doesn't it? You aren't just treating an infection today, you are quite literally preventing a malignancy tomorrow. Keep this clinical journey in mind, never forget that safety pin inclusion, and go ace those block exams.